Definitely that hitting the strut brace. Basically we've got one snapped.
Into the head?
Yeah.
Oh, brilliant. Oh dear. Engine out time. The end of the road for this car, more suddenly than we'd imagined.
Hey.
Hiya. Welcome back to the channel.
Thanks.
My name's Darren Evans.
I'm Ben Jones.
And we're inside. We're gonna go outside and take the opportunity to actually do something with this all-wheel drive, aren't we, Ben?
Hopefully fix some rattles to make it a bit more bearable.
Do you think we can?
Yeah.
We can fix a few of them anyway. I think people were upset by the shaking steering wheel. They'll be more upset by the shaking footage that I'm about to produce, but hey.
I didn't even notice the shaking steering wheel.
Didn't you?
No.
Didn't you? What, the violently shaking steering wheel? On Lee's video, it was really apparent.
Just stay away from motorways. Huh?
Anyway, I think that's a bit wheel wobble and maybe a bit of tracking, but we're going to get the, we're going to try and start, we'll try and get a video of the manifold pedals. It's been here a couple of hours now since I arrived, so hopefully it'll be cool enough. I was late this morning, it was about 7:30, 7:45, so hopefully it'll be cool enough by now. Ben, do you think? What are we now, 10:30? Hopefully it'll be cool enough to make a huge amount of noise, because when they do first start they make a huge amount of noise. So we'll show you that, and we'll take you along the ride, basically to along for the ride, should I say, to try and make this car exactly what it should have been, and hopefully we'll we'll achieve something today. That transition was seamless, Ben. Absolutely blooming seamless.
The transition then, did you?
Yeah, it was, well, from that way to another. I'm definitely not the DE anyway, so yeah.
Ready?
Hopefully it will pick that up. Just give it a little rev. So that squeaky noise is almost as irritating as Lee's voice. Almost. The first thing we're going to address is obviously that manifold issue. Now that could just be a set of loose bolts, but if you actually leave it, then you're highly likely to end up snapping a bolt from the manifold into the cylinder head, which is going to mean that you're going to need to remove that cylinder head to address that and to remove the broken bolt. So the best idea is to get in as soon as possible. Now we did one just the other day on a Focus RS where the guy turned up and we realised that it had a manifold squeal, and we addressed that straight away. So we're going to get to it, get into fixing this manifold bolt or loose manifold bolt or whatever it is first, and we're going to take you along for the ride. We're then going to address that rattle, address a few other squeaks that I've noticed on the rear, and try and diagnose them, and just show you exactly how you should treat something like this and maintain it, whether it's yours or whether it's a sales car, whatever, really, to cost you the least amount of money, because by dealing with things first hand straight away, you're going to incur less cost, hopefully. Here he is, Lee, in his natural habitat, holding up stuff. Right, Ben, shall I save you?
From what? I'm trying to get Lee to do something. Don't disturb me now. I was right in the mid-flow.
Right. We'll come back to you in a minute when we're trying to fix this car.
Okie dokie.
Open the bonnet and let's see what the rattling noise is maybe first, while we're in the process of doing this. What do you reckon?
Yeah,
make a bit of sense.
But like I mentioned on the other video, it's definitely that hitting the strut brace. But all this needs to come off to do the leak exhaust manifold anyway.
So if you rock the engine backwards and forwards, we should be able to replicate that.
Well, I don't know if it'll vibrate like it does in the...
No, but it'll make the clinking noise, will it?
No.
No. No.
I can't rock it like it, you know...
When it's under load.
Like when it's running, yeah.
Do we have to remove this bit here that serves as a bench for the tools?
No, but I'm going to, and the reason for that is that it we might have to modify the strut brace to stop the rattle, obviously, like you said before, because the engine's been raised up. I don't think there's a lot we can do about the position of the crossover, so we might just modify the strut brace or something.
Would the easiest solution be to put an aftermarket strut brace on?
Well, I'm not sure that's even gonna sort
because it would bring it further forward
to
just to there, and maybe make it more of an issue, wouldn't it?
Looks tight here because like the aftermarket ones run across here. Yeah, I think we'd struggle to get that in full stop.
There's no other real option to reduce the height either, so I think it's just a case of,
because it's got the staggered legs, there's no way of tipping that back end down either. If it had the posts in the same location either side like the AirTech ones, we'd be able to just maybe shorten the silicon or whatever and drop that back end down further, but we can't move this crossover at all. So
the easy solution is to just get this off. We'll see what modification we can do to that pre-existing
we'll
strut
either
brace.
do that, or I don't know, we'll have to have a think. Maybe, just maybe, we end up running a different crossover.
So anyway, I'll let you get on with this and I'll interrupt you.
I thought you were doing it.
No. Right, Ben, you had a eureka moment or something?
No, not a eureka moment, just you can like actually see clearly now with the scuttle off what the rattle is. Like we tried to replicate it by moving the engine, but if you just, there it is there. But it's not just this. That's the metallic-y one, but the back of the battery cover's not actually clipped on, and that's vibrating on it as well. So that's there's two in one.
So what's the POA?
What?
Plan of action.
Price on application. I don't know what you're on about. Well, same as before. I'm just gonna. I'll probably take the strut brace off, and then we'll get this crossover off and sort the manifold leak out, and then try and space up this the strut brace for now. Make it a bit less rattly. Basically, we've got one snapped
into the head.
Yeah.
Oh, brilliant.
One snapped, and there's the three around it are loose, so I'm going to take them out and clean them threads up and put some new studs in the three that are remaining, just to kind of
mitigate.
Yeah, just get rid of it for now.
But long term,
yeah, the turbo needs to come off. I don't know how much of the stud, it looks, there's quite a lot of the broken stud actually come out over there, so it's probably not going to be anything left sticking out of the head for us to be able to grab onto.
Let's go and have a look.
Yeah, well, I can't.
No, I mean at the broken versus the normal size one.
That's a broken one. That's a normal one.
So realistically, there's probably not a lot. Probably going to be flush.
Probably going to be flush with the head, I'd imagine. Just depends what's going to happen with it long term, doesn't it? If the car's getting split apart, then we'll just rectify it when the engine's out and on the floor, rather than.
It's a shame to do that though, realistically.
Yeah. Well, if it's not coming apart, I'll replace 3 studs. It won't make any noise anymore, and eventually we'll all forget that it had a broken stud. No?
It is our car after all, so.
Well, the only other way is, you know, we either take the engine out or we take the head off. It's just a case of which one's kind of most cost effective, I suppose, and I think probably just dropping the engine out and just doing the repair on the floor for us is probably the most cost effective way, I suppose. It just means, you know, it doesn't need a load of parts replacing, like the head gasket, head bolts, all the seals, another timing belt kit. And, you know, unless the time comes when this engine's due for a timing belt change, then I suppose we whip the head off at that point.
Yeah. Right, it's been a few minutes. Well, it's actually been about half an hour, 45 minutes. Ben's been doing other things, caught up, mainly looking after Leroy, but we've actually got, I don't know with that, but we've actually got some replacement nuts, washers and spring washers for the studs, which are like that hold this manifold onto the cylinder heads. So Ben's just 𝗙𝙬𝗂𝘀. Look at that, what a stance. You look good from this angle, Ben.
Thanks.
Better than I would. Anyway, so on a scale of 1 to 10, how annoying is this job? Not really?
Yeah, it's pissing in the wind.
What? Not working?
No, might get 2 in. But we're gonna be, I don't think, no matter what we do, we're gonna be missing 2 studs now by the looks of it. So I don't know. May or may not work. Probably not.
Oh dear. Engine out time. It may be the end of the road for this car more suddenly than we'd imagined. Because realistically, taking the engine out of this car's...
Well, it's not going back in if it comes out, is it?
No. So that may be the end of this all-wheel drive and maybe a premature ending to this video. But if you haven't already, then like, subscribe, comment and share in Ben's pain. But yeah, we'll see. It may not be game over.
No, we just need...
It probably is.
I don't know.
You're disappointed,
see what we can
Ben?
do. Well, yeah, so wasted half an hour of my life more than anything else.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
But realistically, the honest answer is that if the engine's got to come out, it's just not worth this bothering. If for some of the head that's come off, it's not worth this bothering. And you can't drive a car like this with a turbo squeal. You can't continue to drive it. I mean, we've probably done maybe, well, the return journey from wherever we bought it from, I can't remember, Doncaster? Yeah, that's it. Yeah, wherever Lee bought it from, plus about maybe 40 miles. We knew it was squealing, so we kind of limited the use on it. Just went out for the run in it the other day, but yeah, just one of them things really. It happens to the best of us, and we're no different to any other, are we, Ben?
I'm going to try the outer one now, and if that works, then we will have one in each of the 2 ends, and that should give us a seal for now. I haven't got a short right angle drill, so I've had to file down a drill bit to fit it into an adapter on our little right angle battery ratchet. So that's doing the job for now.
Modification.
Yeah.
4, 3, 2.